Hello! It's about that time when I have to trim my bangs because they've grown a little too long for my face, and I just wanted to show you guys how I usually trim my bangs. Okay, so you're going to need a couple of things, and it's very simple, it's very easy to do. First thing you're going to need is a pair of scissors, of course. It's better to have a pair of shears, but since I don't, we're just going to use a pair of regular scissors. Be some sort of razor. I don't have my usual hair cutting razors because I'm in college right now and I left them at home, so I'm just going to use these for now. A tiny little razor. And you're going to need some kind of a mirror for you to see, and you're going to need a comb. Okay, and of course handy dandy garbage can. So the first step you're going to do is section off your hair. Usually when you cut bangs, you want to have a chunk of hair from the top of your ears. So find the top of your ears, right? And then you're just going to go up, right above from the top of your ears to the top of your head. And that's where your bangs should start. So notice how that's where my bangs start. And you just want to have an oval shape. Sorry, let me just quiet down the music a little bit. Okay, so like I said, you're just going to section off from the top of your ear to the top of your head. And then you're going to want to section it off into like a half circle. Okay, so just like that, and then same thing on the other side. Okay, so we're going to section this off and put it away. Okay, and I'm just going to get rid of all of the other hairs that I don't want to cut. So put that part away also. So you're going to have this front bang part that you're going to cut. And that's precisely all of the hair that you're actually going to have to deal with. Okay? So we're just going to comb this down. And notice how this is slanted that way because I have a side sweat bang. And I'm just going to trim it into the same exact shape but a little shorter. Okay, so what we're going to do is again section off into another section, and we're going to cut layer by layer. If you could, section off that part of the hair as well. Okay, and then we're just going to take this first layer, just like so. And you want to pull slightly to the right side because you want this to be a side swept bang. And you want to take your scissors like this vertically and cut into a 45-degree, either this way or this way, depending on what you like. I like to just cut this way. So you just lightly get in there and cut to the desired length. This is relatively fail-proof because you're cutting it layer by layer, so even if you screw up in the lower layers, you can still cover it up with the top layers. Okay, so you're just going to cut it to the length that you want. And I don't want it too short, I just want it a little bit right, like resting against my eyes. Okay, so that's the first layer. And the second thing we're going to do is lower another layer. And we're going to do the same thing. Take this layer and just cut it to the desired length. Again, I don't want mine too short, so I'm just going to trim a little bit so that it rests right above my eyes. So again, you can see that the shape is still the same as before I started, but the length is just a little bit shorter. And again, remember to cut layer by layer so that once you finish, there's a nice gradient of thickness. Okay, so then again, you're going to take the last layer down. Notice how this layer is quite long, so I'm just going to take that layer, the top layer, and do the same thing. So you want to hold it like this and go in at this kind of 45-ish degree to your left. And you want to go about ½ an inch between each cut. And again, I don't want mine too short, so I'm just going to keep it at this length. And the next thing we're going to do is take the razor. And what this is going to do is this will add smoothness in the layers so that it's not so, weird and choppy. So what you want to do is just thin it out a little bit. So what I usually do is I start at the end and I just kind of cut off a little bit of that hair and just kind of make it a little thinner. And that way the hairs will rest a little better. Okay. And there you have it. Very simple to do, very easy, and it's virtually fail-proof if you do step-by-step and layer by layer. So once I do that, I could just now let my hair down, and it should now be very natural and the look I want it. And if you follow my bang styling tutorial, you can see how I can make the bangs look fuller in the morning and how I style them. So that's just how I trim my bangs, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and try it out and let me know if it works out for you. Okay, bye!